this content from this video comes from GQ. So if you want to, go ahead and go to their channel if you want to check out more content just like today's, more interviews just like today's, and then check out my channel for more reaction videos. All right, people, let's get into it.
Before we start recording this, news broke that the state of Georgia is seeking to revoke your probation. You might not know a lot right now. Do you know anything?
What kind of jacket is that?
That's Young Thug, but you probably knew that. Since breaking out in 2011, he's defined the sound of Atlanta rap, which means he's defined the sound of rap music in general. His roving, restless voice, his out-of-this-world style, his playfulness, all of this has led him to the very top of the industry. He sold a lot of records and influenced a lot of other artists. He's also had about as dramatic and difficult the last few years as a person can have. In October, after spending more than 2 years in jail before even being convicted of anything, he accepted a non-negotiated plea deal and a complicated and drawn-out RICO trial. Since then, he's been in Miami and here in Los Angeles, working on a new album called UY Scooty, named after one of the biggest known stars in the universe. Right when we were about to start filming, something happened. Here's me that night, trying to explain what we knew about the situation. So I'm standing on the set of our Young Thug video cover shoot, literally 10 minutes before our interview started. News broke that the state of Georgia was seeking to revoke Young Thug's probation. We don't totally know what that means at the moment. I don't even think he does. But Young Thug wanted to do the interview anyway. So we did it, as you'll see. I don't think anybody knows what's going to happen. So take this as what it is, a specific and very chaotic moment in time. Dramatic, right? Less than 24 hours later, a judge denied the motion. That night, Young Thug was courtside at a Lakers game.
Say, you want to say it?
I'll give you the what? Sure.
Say barricade 3.
Okay.
Take 1.
Do I got to close it?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Boom.
Barricade 3.
Hell
Action.
yeah.
Action. I think I have to ask about the mask first.
I don't feel like people should see me. I mean, science make it.
Just got that news broke that his probation could be revoked a night before this interview, so that's big. Wonder how that made him kind of move forward with the interview, right? Also, are you guys Young Thug fans? I like his music, just can't necessarily agree with his antics sometimes, but yeah, that's kind of big. You know, I don't know how I would have handled that, knowing that interview might have got canceled, would have had to go on the run or something, but yeah, let's go ahead and get back into it.
Like fucking reconstruct, like do something with the mask and like get a clear picture. But just like, I don't know, hidden scars and just hiding things, you know?
There's got to be like a vibe or a spiritual feeling or something that is channeling you into this place.
I just feel big, you know? Name my album is UY Scooty. I feel like I'm one of the biggest stars. I did a lot foundating this culture and, you know, like the new rap game that's happening right now. I'm like out of this world.
That
Not
was
like God though.
not like God though.
No.
Just like an artist.
Yeah. Under
Like-
God. Under God, for sure.
Was there a moment when that realization arrives?
Yeah, I was actually in court. I was on trial.
Oh, you were on trial?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
You didn't know I was on trial?
You had lyrics of yours used against you in court. How'd that feel?
I feel kind of crazy and cool because it's like, oh, everybody listen to me, you know?
Yeah.
But crazy, like the first fucking amendment is freedom of speech. Like it's crazy. Well, third or fourth, but like the top 5.
If I understand correctly, part of the terms of the probation are like there's certain things you can't talk about, right? On records now?
Like I can't do nothing like gang things or stuff like that on the internet.
Right.
I could really talk about what I want to talk about in music.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Okay. So it didn't feel inhibited in any way on the new record? Didn't change the way?
Nah. I normally like rap about cool things, you know? I just got like a few lyrics where I just rap about street stuff.
Uh-huh.
And those are the lyrics that they try to use against me. But
Yeah.
most of the time I don't rap about that type of stuff, you know?
Does it make you think twice about rapping about street stuff?
Yeah, because just like the impact that you got on the community, the youth, and not because of like the law, It's more so just like realistically, like kids actually listen to us. Like, all right, we got to like dumb it down. So, you know, I listen to like new rappers now, and I'm like, my kid can't listen to that. That's great.
Really?
So I'd be like, damn, like so contradictory.
What can you say about the experience of being incarcerated for more than 2 years?
It was real.
Yeah.
Don't want to deal with it again, but definitely was real.
Were there moments if you wondered if you would ever get out?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Are you thinking about yourself, your family, your career? Like, where does the mind go?
Family, kids, just, you know, career was like last. That was like relevant.
Really? Because you like, I mentioned this before, but like you went in at the kind of at the height, the pinnacle. I could see wondering like, oh, am I going to get that back?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll get it back.
Because as an outsider, it was crazy to watch. It's like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Yeah.
This guy is like at the top of the craft and now he can't do this thing that he does.
It happens like that sometimes.
Does it happen like that?
I said sometimes.
Sometimes. I think it would be human to feel in that situation like a great injustice is being done to me. Did you ever feel that way?
Absolutely. Every day.
Really? Every day?
Yeah. Innocent man.
It ended up being the longest criminal trial in Georgia history, I think.
Yes.
Something so crazy that never had happened before happened, and you were at the center of it. Did it feel personal?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Hopefully personal.
Yeah.
But shit, we made it back.
Is that a crazy feeling to be like, I'm this big and I'm also in a cell?
I think I'm too big for jail, but I think like I'm not too big for God.
Yeah.
So like God could put the biggest person in there. I feel like I'm taller than the jail, but somehow he could just like squish me in there. I think it was like a God thing, just showing me like, you know, situations, real friends, and who you with you, and how to move and how to be, because you are UI Scooty.
Tough to feel bigger than the jail when you're
For sure.
in the jail.
Yeah. It's just like how I was treated, how the officers treated. It's just like, damn, I don't got no business here. Like the fucking officers who work in the jail are fans. Like the
They
officers
were?
working, they 20 years old. It's like, damn, you're a kid.
And they're
Telling
fans.
me what to do,
Telling you what to do. Yeah.
which is not a bad thing. My kids tell me what to do. My girl, everybody tell me what to do, but like to actually just sit like while I'm on punishment and you guys are my parents.
You guys are my parents, except you're going to go home and listen to the record maybe.
Yeah, you like parenting me and telling me like, you the fucking one, bro. Like what you say on this song? Like what? It's just like so crazy. Like,
That
wow.
must be a very insane feeling.
Yes. I think God put me in there for a reason, and I know.
Yeah, what's the
Fred's
reason?
situation-
Yo, can't even lie. The way Young Thug is going about this interview is very mature, very good. You know, he's not falling for any of the antics to get him out of character or anything. He's handled it actually pretty well, and this is pretty entertaining. And I actually thought it was funny what he said with about like how he got somebody 20 years old telling him what to do, but then his kids run him, tell him what to do, his girl and other people. Right. All right, let's continue.
I don't know. I think like because I always felt like I was a good guy, so it was like, why do I got to go to jail for you to like show me something? Why you just can't tell? I guess I was just hard headed, and I think I love people so much to the point where the only thing that'll make me not love you anymore or just like dislike you is like betrayal, like real life betrayal when life is dependent on it.
Is that something you felt like was happening?
Betrayal happen every day.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know that. I mean, you gotta ask. I feel betrayed. I feel fucking jaded.
You know what? And that's on a serious note. Me going through what I'm going through in my phase of life at this moment, like just having to start over with a lot of things, took a lot of L's, you know what I'm saying? Just like kind of like I said, I'm at a point where I'm like resetting, right? I felt the same way. Like when you go through these type of things, it does feel like, you know, like he said, I'm not the type to hate people, nothing. Like I let people get away with a lot of stuff, but betrayal is not one of them. Like if if you see I'm hurting, if you see I'm going through something deep, health wise, financially, mentally, things like that, and then you show me that you're willing to pretty much let whatever bad shit's come in my direction come and hit me, you're willing to pretty much sit back and watch me become the thing I'm trying not to, as in a failure or just shit. Like you're pretty much willing to watch it happen. You're not trying to fix or help play a role into me actively being better, right? Or just having my back. Especially when you're somebody who you care a lot about people, you have their backs, you know. So it's just like, yeah, definitely I felt him on that one. It's like, man, you go through some things sometimes in life where it really tests the people around you, and it really shows you sometimes when you go through those dark things or those hard times in your life, you come out of that unscathed, but you also come out of it with less people than you started with too, though. You know, it never really dawned on me that the path to success is a lonely one. It never dawned on me that it actually meant what it said, you know, like, but yeah, that's just my opinion on that. But yeah, I fully agree with Young Thug on this one. Let's continue, y'all.
Does it feel good to be standing here right now then?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
To be out.
You knew you were gonna see that again.
Absolutely. I would like talk on the phone with my lawyer and things, and he'll be like, he got like houses in the mountains and things. He'll show me all this, so I'll be still like kind of seeing the scenery. It was 2.5 years. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah. Going from this to like a jail cell is nuts.
I can't imagine. And then back to this.
Made it out.
Yeah. You may be constrained in what you can say and not say, but you ultimately did decide to plead guilty to 6 counts. That a difficult decision?
Absolutely. Just pleading guilty to something you know that you didn't do or that's not yours is crazy. But you get a chance to keep fighting and then worry about the juror's fate or you just go ahead now. Go home. It's like, shit, go home.
Still feels like the right decision now?
Yeah.
Are you like domestic? Are you in the house?
Yeah, for the most part.
Really?
My girl, she be,
Your girl's Mariah the Scientist, right?
yeah,
Are y'all like on the couch watching shows?
absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely.
Just like total domestic
Sometimes
bliss.
you gotta come get me from where I'm at. Sometimes I don't want to go home. She's just like,
Oh,
I'm
she gotta
coming.
come grab you.
Right.
She was in court supporting you, right?
Yeah.
That must have meant something to you.
absolutely.
There's this song on the record that is like so raw, where you guys are basically just singing to each other.
Yeah.
So confessional that I was like, I wonder if they thought twice about sharing this with people.
No, it's
No?
music. It's just like there's people all over the world going through that.
It felt
Oh.
very intimate though.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's something there that relate to you.
Yeah. Of course. I mean, you hear,
It's
right.
good.
All right. That's your point, right? That's art.
That's good.
Yeah. But it's like you're putting a lot of yourself out there in that art. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's your job.
You think so?
As an artist, that's your job. What else is to talk about? You want to talk about clothes and shoes, or you want to talk about
Right.
real things? Like things that people could feel forever.
Hey, this interviewer is a goofy for that one. I ain't gonna lie. He said, bruh, like literally music artists tell their personal life experience in their music. Like, I don't know what realm he come from, but he obviously come from a realm where music is just party music or talking about money and drugs or something, because he's wild for that one. I'm not gonna lie.
Did it feel the same as it felt before?
Hold on, y'all.
And I mentioned this song with Mariah the Scientist earlier, but it's a very confessional record. It's like you talk about
Yeah.
your mom. You talk about your feelings about being in the news. You talk about crying on like more than one song. It's like very raw. Did you set out to do that? Or is that just what happened when you
It's always natural. When I record, it's always just like natural. Like however you feeling. Some days I might just feel happy and I just make like lit songs. Some days I just be like not so happy.
It's funny that you say that because there was like a part of me that walked away and I was like, this is kind of a record about being rich and sad. But maybe that's just my takeaway and I'm not right.
I don't think I speak about like being like enrichment in the song.
Yeah.
I think you just think that I'm rich and then I'm
Yeah.
making a sad song.
So I'm like, he's sad.
Yeah, damn,
I
he's
didn't know
rich
he's rich. A big family. I know you guys are close.
Yeah.
Are you still around them?
Absolutely.
Well, I say because if I understand correctly, tell me if I'm wrong. That like part of your probation is you can't go home, right? You can't go back to Atlanta.
Yeah, only for like certain things.
Only for certain things.
Yeah.
Do you miss it?
Atlanta?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's home.
Yeah.
Sometimes. I
You're
was
like-
already out of Atlanta before this case. Though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I lived in LA
Like fully in LA?
Yeah.
Okay.
since like 2017.
So you don't really feel like you're in exile or anything?
Yes,
You do?
absolutely.
Well, if you can't go back, then I guess by definition, right?
Can't go home. It's crazy.
What does that feel like?
It just feels like abuse.
Before all this happened, I think Atlanta was like the center of rap culture. Do you think it still is?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We create the wave. You got other places that's popping for sure. Like everybody's popping now.
Yeah.
But like everybody still like sound like Atlanta or like move to Atlanta or rap about Atlanta. It's like you got artists from a whole other place rapping about Atlanta.
Even if you're not there, I assume you still feel like one of the kind of leaders of that
Of
scene,
Atlanta?
that city. Yeah.
Yeah. One of the guys that plowed Atlanta into the rap industry.
You would put yourself in that category.
Absolutely.
Who else would you put in that category?
Future, Savage, Lil Baby, Migos, Tip, Andre 3000, Gucci.
That's the Mount Rushmore right there.
Absolutely. We got a lot of kings in Atlanta.
Have you kept up with like rap in general? What do you think of the current like state of the art?
I'm a musician, so I don't think no music is bad or nothing is like wrong. Everything is just fire.
Well, it feels like when you were away, it was sort of dominated by this like Drake Kendrick thing, you know?
Yeah, for most of it.
Which I don't know if you have like a side in that. Atlanta kind of even got dragged in by Kendrick, which was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just like spoke on people's name in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about. But
But,
I'm like a Drake fan.
Do you feel like it's like rap music in general?
The whole Atlanta thing, right? He's definitely part of that Mount Rushmore. Do not take Young Thug out of that. He for surely played a role into that boom when it came to the Atlanta music. But yeah, his Mount Rushmore, I could 100% agree with. The number one thing, honestly, and this is for my black folks more so than anybody else. Notice how he said it's a lot of kings in Atlanta. That's called unity. Boy, when I was coming up, you had dudes fighting from the same city just to call themselves a king from that area. Right? You got people rap beefing, really going at it because they like, no, I'm the king of this area. I'm the king. When in reality, everybody can eat. Everybody can eat. Everybody can be the king in their own right. Right? It's crazy when you think about how touchy that subject gets, right? Because people tend to forget that even in history, bro, there was more than one king. It was more than one ruler in multiple areas. It wasn't just one absolute, you know? So it was just like people forget that everybody can eat. Everybody can get a taste of pie. The fact that Young Thug said that, kudos to him, because there's too many people preaching like you gotta like you gotta compete with everybody when in reality everybody can eat. The other thing that stood out to me, what Young Thug said, was him bringing up the music, his opinion on music, right? I 100% agree. It's no difference from people's personal preferences with who they like, who they date, right? Some people may find you attractive, some may not, right? Young Thug simply stated the best way he could. I don't think any music's bad. I think it's all dope at the end of the day because there's an avenue for everybody, and that's all it is. Just because you don't like somebody else's sound, don't mean the next. Just because you don't like somebody else's content, don't mean the next person doesn't. Just because you don't think the next woman is beautiful or next man is handsome, don't mean somebody else doesn't find that man handsome or find that woman attractive. It's all subjective, people. So Young Thug is showing he dropping some real bars right now, some real like positivity and knowledge right now. I think people really should be tuning in on this, real talk. But I did notice he was about to get to that Drake stuff, so I'm gonna have to rewind it a little bit. Hold on.
With like rap in general, what do you think of the current like state of the art?
I'm a musician, so I don't think no music is bad or nothing is like wrong. Everything is just fire.
Well, it feels like when you were away, it was sort of dominated by this like Drake Kendrick thing, you know?
Yeah, for most of it.
Which I don't know if you have like a side in that. Atlanta kind of even got dragged in by Kendrick, which was an interesting. One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just like spoke on people's name in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about. But
But,
I'm like a Drake fan.
Do you feel like it's like rap music in general is in a good place?
Oh,
Yes, I think the numbers could be better, but yeah.
Oh, you mean like people could be selling more?
y'all heard it from Young Thug's mouth when he was asked about Kendrick bringing Atlanta rappers and bringing up their names into the Drake beef. He clearly just let that be known. He ain't got nothing to do with that. And you can tell Young Thug didn't appreciate. He just didn't say it, but you can definitely tell Young Thug wasn't feeling the fact that Kendrick was dragging Atlanta in there, bringing Atlanta rappers and speaking on that. Ain't even your avenue, bro. Your avenue is back in the West, where I'm from, where I'm at right now. So you can tell, yeah, not even to stir that nut, right? But you can tell Young Thug wasn't feeling that. Outside of the Drake beef itself, you can tell he wasn't feeling that Kendrick Lamar thought it was okay to drag Atlanta into their beef and to even speak on Atlanta rappers in general, right? Something else to take into account is Young Thug clearly stated and made it very clear that he's a Drake fan. So it's two things to think about. It makes you wonder how many other people from Atlanta feel like Young Thug does, right? When it comes to Kendrick dragging them into they beef, right? Comment below what your thoughts and opinions on that. And then secondly, or a friend, him making it clear that he's a Drake fan, right? So by him doing that publicly and then saying what he did in regards to Kendrick dragging, that might go to show that all that extra with Kendrick trying to make it seem like Drake needed Atlanta for his all this extra stuff he was trying to stir the pot in between Atlanta artists and Drake and stuff. Clearly that didn't work. And clearly there's more to the story that we need to find out, which I will be doing some digging, people, because now I'm very curious to know what other artists may feel about that. You know what I'm saying? Clearly Young Thug wasn't feeling it. And clearly he also let it be known who he's standing with. He's one of the biggest artists out of Atlanta currently right now as we speak. So something to think about. But let's get back to this video.
Like that when I was locked up. So
Do you have a theory about why?
I think a lot of people like rapping about the same thing.
Mm.
And nobody is bringing like something that you can actually watch. You can enjoy the music and like enjoy the things that they do, but like we used to like make movies, you know? I think now it's just like quick. You got to get back to like movies. Like got to get back to like to where like people respect it.
Why do you think they went away from that in the first place?
Because like it was just a big wave of like nothingness running the game, like super simple videos, not really high price videos. Like that wave like came in really strong. So even the people that was doing high price videos, they started doing like regular videos because that's what was popping.
Yeah.
But I think now we did it so long to the point where we like comfortable with that and we don't want to do stuff like this no more that take time. Now we just like, man, let's just go ahead and shoot the video. Let's you know.
Yeah.
Instead of like a fucking day set, 2 day set.
Yeah.
Shit like
He
that.
dropping gems.
What do you remember about like your early days as an artist when you think about those days now?
Just like being happy and like free.
I've heard interviews where you talked about kind of bruising early encounters with the industry. Like your deal with Gucci was like kind of weird, right? Or like even Lior, I've heard you say like that started out kind of weird, right?
Yeah. Because we just didn't know each other.
Yeah.
We ended up being like good friends, mentors.
Did you like hold those dealings against them, you know, later on?
When I was younger, yeah. Because I
Yeah.
just didn't realize and recognize like people's point of view or way of hustling. Now I have some of those similar ways of hustling and points of view. So now it's just like, oh, okay. Even when we got cool, like me and Leo got super cool, like he my mentor. Like even when we got like super cool, like I still didn't understand some of the things he did that I felt like he did back then. But now just like growing older and like owning a record label and doing things like that, it's like, okay, cool.
It does seem like you made a point though with your label of maybe doing differently with artists than the way that people dealt with you?
Yeah, I don't be really like taking money from my artists and stuff like that. I just like to help people, you know.
People just want to take this time to say, like the video from today, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate all the support. Hit that notification bell if you want to go ahead and get notifications when I drop more content like what you're seeing today. Appreciate the subscriptions, appreciate the likes. Let's get back to the video.
Gunna, you guys did a ton of songs together.
Yeah.
Very successful on your label.
Yeah.
He was arrested about the same time as you. I think a lot of people wonder what that relationship is like now.
Yeah, I know everybody wondering that.
What's it like?
I don't know.
I guess that's his own form of answer, huh?
You like to like plow
I do, absolutely.
deep into things.
Yeah, I'm a pro.
That whole speech you gave me earlier, like, yeah, I'm new to this shit. All this shit was just cap.
Oh, no, I'm new to the cameras. The
Okay.
interviewing,
Okay.
I'm not remotely new to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you was gonna lie because I saw you a few times interviewing.
Those are the only ones I've done on camera.
Mhm.
Do you have bigger ambitions for the label or just in general kind of going forward?
Yeah, we just pushing positivity, I mean, and we just going for the gusto. We trying to like kill the whole rap game and just like do it big and just help people in general, help society, help the communities we from, and just like be just so great, you know?
We've been walking through this insane house and we have not commented on one single thing, but I feel like we have to at least note that there's a giant bear behind you.
It's like, what is this about?
Are you a taxidermy man? Do you remember how you first started rapping?
Maybe like 9 years old.
Really? It's a long time though before you start making records, right?
What you mean? Like making songs?
Like putting out albums,
Oh.
mixtapes.
Why do some people call records, albums, records?
Which one is confusing? Album is record or a record is album?
A record is a song.
Okay, record is a
An
song.
album is an album.
Bro, I'm 42 years old. A record is an album.
I mean, I didn't want to put age in it, but I was you know,
I'm like,
record is crazy. Like,
yeah.
you shouldn't be saying record at 42, maybe
Okay.
60.
Speaking of albums, I feel like I remember when you started out, people make a big deal of the fact that it was like, oh, you wore a dress on the cover of an album. In retrospect, were you trying to be provocative or was that just kind of naturally like the way you came up?
I think it was just like making people mad.
Like by design?
Provocative to a man is crazy. I think I was just doing it like just making people mad.
Like intentional?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it was fun. And where did it come from? Where did the idea come from?
I don't know.
Yeah?
A lot of my ideas come from UI Scooty.
The stars.
Just come from fucking
Outer space. Now I think when people kind of write the history of this era, they give you a ton of credit for that, bringing that super like melodic trap sound to maybe like more of the mainstream of rap.
I'm the first to do it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Because I always think that I was the first to do things, and then I'll see like, oh, fuck, I see history, and it's just like, damn, they did that. Like, it's crazy.
But it felt like you were the first.
Yeah.
To do it. Yeah. A lot of that early stuff was like Rich Gang. It was like with Rich Homie Quan. Why did that partnership end?
I think we just grew and became our own bosses and men, and then we just like, we didn't want to keep doing like the Rich Gang albums. We were getting bigger, so it's like, I want to like do my own shit. I want to like, you know.
You wanted to do your own thing.
I think he did. I was okay with it, but because I feel like I love music, but I don't care about song. I'll have a #1 hit record song, and I'll put you on it. I don't care.
Right.
It's just like, so what? Whoever goes to the top with you, go to the top. I don't care. You know, I never was the guy that cared about that type of stuff. You know, so I would have been okay with just like keep doing it, and it didn't. We still was dropping our own music at the same time of doing that. So it's just like, it really was bigger.
You know what, y'all? I'm not even gonna lie. I'm kind of glad though that I'm taking the time to watch this though and react, because I'm seeing Young Thug through a whole nother light. This interview, like I fucked with Young Thug prior to seeing this, but not just music wise, not really as a person. I didn't get to take a chance. But after watching this interview, I'm like, bruh, cool. And he dropping some real knowledge and gems right now, and he's showing the community how we can get money together, work together, and not showing no type of hate, not showing like I ain't gonna lie, this is a very good way for anybody to be introduced to him, like outside of the music, for surely.
Absolutely.
What do you hear that you're like, oh, that's me?
I don't want to say everything, but like, and the crazy part is I can't say that everybody like do something that I did, because it was a lot of things that I did in the beginning that somebody else did, but I never knew they did it.
Mm.
I just like did it.
What's an example of that? You think
Like
of one?
wearing a dress. I never saw nobody wear a dress.
Yeah.
Like,
So
I
like
just
maybe
did it.
somebody did, but you never saw it. Yeah.
Then as soon as I did it, people like, oh, Andre 3000, this and that, and this guy, and this guy, and this guy did it, and this guy did it. And just like, oh, now everybody did shit. So I can't say, people flows or people like rhythms and things just 100% come from me. I think that it can.
But like if you listen to the radio now, you're like, yeah,
Absolutely.
that's me.
Yeah, you hear some shit and you just like, for sure, me for sure. Like you never sounded like that, or you never rapped like that.
What about style? Do you see your influence in that?
I
Yeah.
wore skinny jeans when everybody wore big jeans.
The other one that comes to mind is like the choker, right? Where it's like the big chain becomes
Yeah.
like the small chain.
Right.
and
I just never liked long chains back then. I got a lot of long chains now, but back then I never liked long chains. So I was probably the first rapper ever cutting chains, But I see like old videos from like 94, 93 with Tupac, and I'm on the short chain. So
Yep.
it's like, damn, like I thought I was the first person doing it,
Do you know where it's going? I mean, I feel like maybe I'm looking at where it's going style wise, but do you like think people watch you very closely in terms of like what you're wearing?
I'm just like one of the people that just like opened those doors for like us. Like people probably was scared to wear a dress, until me. The first time it happened was obviously Andre 3000 and whoever was before him. But
Yeah.
this generation, this fucking time, I'm the person for that,
Mhm. I guess it would be natural to want things to be the way they were before. You know what I'm saying? Like before all this stuff happened. Are you okay? Like if it's different now?
Yeah, because it's different for like for better.
You think so?
Yeah, in certain ways, I'm smarter, I'm older. I know what jail feels like. I know what, faults, betrayals. I know what everything feels like, and I know like how to go forward.
I don't think anybody would opt for 2 years in prison, longest criminal trial in Georgia history. No one would choose to go through that. But do you feel at peace with all that stuff at this point?
Yeah, I felt that peace with it when I was going through it. It's just the probation part that's like kind of stupid to me, but like I felt peace the whole time. Like I wasn't stressed at all. I really was chilling. I guess I just knew subconsciously that wasn't the end for me, because I got bigger plans for me.
So you felt peace then. How do you feel now?
I feel peace. Absolutely. I feel like more peace now. Like you can move with almost nothing over your head, You got probation, but that's really nothing. I'm not going to violate probation, Almost like fully peaceful. Once probation over, then it's like, okay, cool,
Then it's full peace.
For sure.
And until then,
It's 90%.
but maybe we'll take 90%.
Absolutely. I take 10% peace.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, people. Well, there you have it. That was my reaction to that Young Thug GQ interview that just dropped today. Let me know your guys' opinion on that. How do you guys feel? What did you see any growth out of Young Thug since he's been out? Do you agree with some of the things he brought up in his interview with GQ today? Comment all that down below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Really appreciate all the support I can get. But yeah, people, Young Thug, I'm not gonna lie, man. He just dropped some gems. And I got a lot more respect for that man after watching that interview. Not gonna hold, I didn't know he was such a humble, intelligent human being outside just me listening to his music. That's not me saying that I didn't think he was capable of being that type of person. That's just me saying I didn't know. So yeah, now I know. And I got a lot more respect for Young Thug. He definitely a stand-up guy. So, like I mentioned earlier, please comment, down below your opinion on the interview. Like this video and subscribe to my channel. Outside of that, I got some more stuff though I gotta get to. I don't know if y'all see I'm over here yawning and stuff. I gotta take me a little break. I've been up this morning trying to work and update some more content for you guys. So I need a little, you feel me, breather real quick. I'm not saying y'all gotta leave, you feel me, but y'all gotta definitely get the hell up out of here. It's HK's Wild World being real, my people. But go find that door though.